Tonight, we are going to witness the most anticipated match in the history of Clash Royale. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today. Pro v Pro, baby. We are back. The guys are ready. It's best of 5. Pompeyo goes for his 8th win in a row. Unprecedented. I believe that Diego B got 5 or 6 in a row. I didn't think anybody could beat him, but Pompeyo has not been beat yet. I have all the names listed here. By the way, his opponent will be Surgical TS this match. The Brazilian pro, a really good player. I had him on recently. I'll link the video. A 2.5 Minor Hunter Cycle deck, absolutely destroyed with it. You've known him. He's been in the game since beta, Surgical TS that is. So before we get into the run, actually I'll give you the rundown of names that he's beat already, Pompeyo, and then you guys can tell me who you think is going to win and who you're rooting for in the comments. Just don't read the comments, guys. Just don't read the comments because you might get some spoilers. So just go to the very top of the YouTube comments, tell me who you're rooting for, who you want to win in this best of 5. So Pompeyo has beaten One Hive Hunter, Sergio Ramos, Marcel P, That One Guy, Mini Minter, which was a super there was a lot of close matches. Mini Minter, Surgical Goblin, and Oxalate. Those are the players that he's beaten so far in best of 5s. So many memorable matches. Oxalate match was really close. That One Guy was probably, it's a must-watch video if you didn't catch the That One Guy versus Pompeyo. It was like every match went deep into sudden death overtime. Crazy endings, insane. And then Mini Minter, again, who lost because of a notification. That really sucked. But yeah, that's the same run that Pompeyo's been on here. And it looks like he's going against my favorite deck in the game right now. If you guys missed this video, another one that you should check out after this one. I love the deck that Surgical TS is playing right now. I think it's the strongest in the game. The last card, by the way, is 3 Musketeers. I'll try to get all the deck links to every single deck that these pros play in the description below for you guys, so you guys can check them out, try out any deck that you want to. And that Zap's not going to kill the Hunter there by Pompeyo. Unfortunately, Hog does connect, getting all sorts of damage on that left tower, taking it down to 1165. And Pompeyo's playing a old version. It's like old school 3 Musketeer on the bottom, new school 3 Musketeer on the top, guys. So here it comes. It's a Royal Ghost behind an Ice Golem, just cycling at this point is Surgical TS. With this deck, it's beautiful. You can split 3 Musketeers against a 3 Musketeer deck all in one lane like that. And let's see how hard Surgical TS goes in the right lane here. What is he going to do? He drops a Hog there. Pompeyo comes in with a Miner in the left lane. Going to have to keep our eyes on both sides. Royal Ghost going to be a great answer to those 2 Musketeers in support in the left. Meanwhile, we're getting a lot of damage with that Hog Rider in the right. He is getting a ton of damage despite the minion horde. As another swing, taking it down to 117 HP on that right tower. And look at that, despite the Elixir pump. Uh-oh, this is going to be a big push here. Okay, 3 Musketeers in the same lane to defend against this Battle Ram, but the Battle Ram does connect, guys. Oh my god, taking it down to 176D damage left, and there is the Fireball, ending it for Surgical TS. That was so close. You can see the Miner actually did get to the tower for Pompeyo at the last second. Needed a couple swings, though. Couldn't get it done before that Fireball. Guys, I'm going to go ahead, and I am doing this live, but I am going to edit out the in-between while the players get their next decks ready. I'll see you guys in just a moment. All right, guys, Pompeyo just threw up his, well, he didn't throw up. He put up his challenge. We are into match number 2. All right, guys, Pompeyo just threw up. It's over. He conceded. No. So we're in match number 2. Remember, it is best of 5, so first pro to get to 3 wins will take the challenge and be the new or remaining pro to beat. Depending on if Pompeyo can pull off this reverse sweep, well, not a reverse sweep, but can come from behind here, or if Surgical TS can lock it in here with 2 more victories against Pompeyo. It's going to be difficult to do. Pompeyo starting out with a Hunter and a Dark Prince. It's too early to say exactly what he could be playing. Could be bridge spam, could be maybe a giant deck or something. We'll see. With the Royal Ghost, it's going to be interesting. He's going to pass that other Royal Ghost. Surgical's Royal Ghost going to get a bunch of hits on that right tower, taking it all the way down to 1886 damage. Luckily, didn't get that last swing off on that tower. It's close. So Surgical TS is playing a He's either playing a P.E.K.K.A control deck, the last 3 cards being like Minor, Poison, P.E.K.K.A, or a graveyard deck, a newer graveyard deck with Tombstone going around, and the last 3 cards in that situation being Poison, Graveyard, and some sort of a support card, I imagine. So we'll see which one it is. He cycles a Royal Ghost all the way in the back and able to put down a Tombstone in time to distract that Inferno Dragon. Not going to be distracted by the skeletons there, so the Tombstone is mitigated there by Surgical by Pompeyo there. So now, you know, Royal Ghost on Royal Ghost Crime. Pompeyo's Royal Ghost at full health, going to go ahead and march down that right lane and going to be intercepted by that Ice Golem. Meanwhile, Zappies are going to be split, 2 to the right, 1 to the left here for Surgical TS. Zappies, definitely one of the most underrated defensive cards in the game. I think Zappies are absolutely great right now, especially in this meta. It's still early to tell how the Rascals will kind of affect anything, but right now with all the Giant decks going around, the Double Prince decks going around, the Bridge Spam going around, Zappies actually does a really good job. So there it is. It is the Graveyard deck. We called 2 of the last 3 cards, and one of those 2 guesses, right? I wonder what the last card is for Surgical TS. He does get that tower down to 1603 damage, though. Pompeyo's going to load up the Bridge Spam here in the right lane. He is indeed playing the newer version of the Vietnam Bridge Spam deck here. So what is he going to do? He goes in with the Inferno Dragon right there in the center. That's going to lock onto that Mega Minion, but Zappies quickly answered. There's going to be nice Fireball value there by Pompeyo. However, he's still going to have to deal with this push coming in. It's a Royal Ghost. He does get targeted by that tower. That's going to be unfortunate. More chip damage coming in for Surgical TS. This is a very difficult matchup for Pompeyo here, guys. He doesn't have a poison for that graveyard, so he really has to apply a lot of opposite lane pressure, exactly what he's trying to do right now, but it's going to be incredibly difficult. I think that Pompeyo is going to have his hands full in this matchup for sure. Now another Royal Ghost coming in the right lane. Is he going to connect to the tower? No, we do have the Dark Prince in hand. That's going to answer that Royal Ghost, but again, an aggressive graveyard poison here for Surgical TS, just trying to get more chip damage, more damage onto that tower, and he does. He's very successful there. The zap coming in for Pompeyo is going to be a little bit late there. 333 damage left on the tower. It's just a matter of time before that poison log comes down, finishing off the match for Surgical TS. So it's going to be another quick win for Surgical TS, guys. Oh, man. Pompeyo. No. I miscalculated there. He actually needs more than a poison. He needs another poison and log. He's going to go ahead and get a graveyard in there. There comes the poison. This should definitely end things out here. Wow. That was a really, really demonstrative win there, guys, for Surgical TS, putting him up 2-0. Ooh, can Pompeyo come back? He's done it before. Let's go ahead and say, you know what? Forget it. These guys know. These guys know the score. Okay, I'll be back at you guys in just a second. I'm not going to say anything here. Be right back. All right, Pompeyo has threw up again. Here he goes. It's he's down 2-0, so this is a must-win match here for Pompeyo. Must win if he is to remain the pro to beat. Could we have a new pro to beat, guys? Wow. This is big, if so, you know. Pompeyo starts out with a Giant in the back. Surgical responds, same lane, Giant in the back. So 2 Giant decks going head-to-head. Is it a Giant Double Prince deck? Is it a Giant Bait deck? Is it a Giant 3 Musketeer deck? We'll have to see which players, or which support cards both players are using here. There's a lot of Giant, it's a very Giant-friendly meta right now, so who's to know what the rest of the cards are going to be. A nice Hunter there by Pompeyo. However, Fireball does come raining down for Surgical TS. Pompeyo's Giant does get to the tower, getting a lot of swings on that tower. So Pompeyo strikes first, taking that tower down to 1690 hit points, guys. He's going to respond immediately with that Mega Minion. Smart Mega Minion trying to take down Surgical's Mega Minion. He does just that. That could have been a devastating push otherwise. And Surgical TS knows it. He says, oops, right away. I think we do have, we only have Minor to answer. Ooh, that's not a good answer. Keeping that cycle going there is Pompeyo, but unfortunately takes a lot of hits from that Giant. What looked like a smart defense. Oh, look at that, though. The charging Dark Prince does reach the tower. He pushed that Minor into the tower, and Pompeyo strikes in a big way. Look at all the emotes. Look at all the viewers. 120 people viewing live right now. I hope nobody spoils the results before it goes live on YouTube. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. But, okay, here we go. It's a Dark Prince. The guards are going to chop down that Dark Prince from behind. Hunter does not get a shot off, or kind of does, against that Mega Minion, but he's still going to have to respond. He does with guards. Meanwhile, Pompeyo's Mega Minion does go down here, and it looks like Pompeyo has a slight elixir advantage, also a damage advantage, as we enter into the final minute double elixir time of this match. So here we go. It's going to be a miner onto the left tower, responded to by Surgical TS with that Mega Minion. It doesn't really matter. We're going to get a decent amount of chip damage. Is Pompeyo going to use a spell? He is. And there's the late poison in there by Pompeyo. He's going to support that Dark Prince with a Hunter. Another early fireball there from Surgical TS, trying to keep his supporting troops alive. Nice guards there by Pompeyo. Going to stymie that giant as he marches into the left lane. Here comes the miner there from Surgical TS, but the Dark Prince is going to do a nice job cleaning that up. Beautiful defense there. Even though we took a lot of damage, we still have the damage lead, obviously, by quite a large margin. Here comes a miner. Pompeyo hoping he doesn't have to use the poison. He does end up having to use the poison, as Surgical TS did catch that miner with the Hunter. Here it comes, the big final push. 17 seconds left, 15 seconds left, guys. Can we stop this push? The power of the Hunter at point blank range. Boom, to the face, giant. Hunter is so powerful at point blank range, guys, and that's going to do it. Pompeyo does pick up the victory. Can he pull it off? Pompeyo needs 2 more wins, or Surgical TS needs just 1 more win. We'll be right back in the next match. All right, guys, here we go. It is 2-1 Surgical TS over Pompeyo. A must-win scenario here again, as a reminder, for Pompeyo. Who's going to come out on top? Who knows? Who knows? Pompeyo can do it. If anybody can win 2 in a row, or 3 in a row, actually, it would be Pompeyo. So here we go. It's going to be a miner coming in for Pompeyo, responded to by Surgical with a Royal Ghost. Another Royal Ghost deck. We've seen Royal Ghost a few times here. Is Surgical TS playing my favorite deck? He might be. 2 of the cards are appropriate here as a starting play. And Royal Ghost is going to get a few swings on that tower despite the Inferno Dragon there. An aggressive poison by Surgical TS. It is not the deck, but let's see what he is playing here. Meanwhile, Pompeyo coming in with a Mega Minion. It looks like Pompeyo's playing his very favorite Balloon Cycle deck, guys, so Surgical TS is going to have to be ready for a balloon. There it is, right on cue. A balloon comes down, going to be responded to by a Hog Rider from Surgical TS. Hog Rider will get to that tower, get 1 swing, but meanwhile, the balloon just barely makes contact, narrowly avoiding that Hunter's death blow there at point blank range again, taking that right tower, excuse me, down to 1148 damage. So a slight elixir and damage advantage again for Pompeyo here, as both players set up for the next sequence. So here comes an Inferno Dragon cycled in the back by Pompeyo. He's going to be very aggressive with his Balloon Cycle deck. Very, very, very high skill cap to this deck. Don't try this deck at home. I'm joking. Try this deck if you want to. Just be aware it takes a lot of practice and a lot of skill to play on the same level as Pompeyo. This is the same deck that he used to finish #1 in the world a couple seasons back, guys. So here it goes. By the way, Pompeyo does coincidentally hold the record for the 2nd highest trophies ever in Clash Royale season, in a season. #1 player, anybody? Anybody know? Guanek, the ladder god. All right, so here we go. It's going to be a Hunter again right at the bridge there, trying to do some damage. But look at the miner. Beautiful miner there. Beautiful miner by Pompeyo. That's going to cause the Hunter to retarget onto the miner, and that's something that you'll see a lot from Pompeyo with this deck. He'll send in the miner against the high-powered defensive answer to the balloon, and then he'll zap to retarget, getting that balloon to the tower. Beautiful play there by Pompeyo. If I was Pompeyo, I might just run this balloon deck in the last match too, if we get there, if he does kind of clinch this victory here, because he's so good at this balloon deck, at playing it. Takes the King Tower now. He's going for the 3 crowns, down to 1,000 damage left. He's going to answer this P.E.K.K.A. Hog, so it ends up being a P.E.K.K.A. Hog deck. Very interesting deck choice here by Surgical TS, but Pompeyo gives the early GG. Surgical TS does agree here. Final balloon push of the match, 10 seconds left. Let's see if we can do it. Here comes the miner going in there to tank for the Princess Tower. Balloon does make contact. That's going to be a 3 crown by Pompeyo, and we are going to 5. It's a true Pro v Pro, baby. I'll be right back at you in the final, with the final match of this contest. All right, guys, here we go. We are in. This is the final match. Oh, who are you rooting for? Who are you guys rooting for? No peeking, no fast forwarding. I won't allow it. come through your phone screen or your computer screen and stop you. You have to watch every play. Look at all the emotes coming in on Pompeyo's side. Pompeyo famous for having a ton of live viewers, guys. And here it goes, a skeleton barrel to open up this match by Pompeyo. Interesting curveball seeing the skeleton barrel that was recently just buffed. Not back to how strong it used to be, but now given 7 skeletons instead of 6, as it used to be 8 when it was initially introduced to the game and really dominated in that P.E.K.K.A deck. And look at that, Pompeyo's also playing Rascals, and Rascals make their debut into Pro v Pro, but not before that giant gets a lot of damage against the left tower. A little bit of a counter push here, but man, not the start that Pompeyo was looking for. Interesting to see Pompeyo go a little bit new meta or unproven meta, as the last match in this Pro v Pro takes that left tower down to below the 2,000 mark. But he's still in about an 800 HP deficit here. So what are we going to do? We're going to respond with a miner, distracting that Dark Prince. That's going to counter that Dark Prince pretty nicely there. He will need some Spirit Goblins to just finish it off. Spirit Goblins do survive. Hopefully they'll get a little bit more chip damage here for Pompeyo. A smart ignore there by Surgical TS. He knows he's down in 1 or 2 elixir right now, so he just lets those Spirit Goblins do a little bit of chip damage. He's going to reload probably with a miner push here. Getting a little bit of chip damage. He's going to respond to that Goblin Gang with the Hunter in the same lane. So same lane contest here, taking that tower down to 727 there is that Miner. Miner can do a lot of chip damage if gone unanswered. Perfect placement on those Rascals by Pompeyo. You always want to place the Rascals to the side of the incoming troop. That way they don't blast through and get those girl Rascals. Need to protect those girls with the big, bulky, burly boy. Whoa, that was a lot of bees. Anyway, here comes a charging Dark Prince in the left lane, guys. We'll probably respond again with, do we have Miner and Cycle? Do we have it? Do we have it? We have a lot of Swarm available, so we bats, and we use some Goblins on that Miner. And again, now it's really close here. Pompeyo snuck back into this. We are in double elixir time. Here comes a big giant push. It's a giant followed by the Hunter. There's no big spell in Pompeyo's deck. At least we haven't seen it yet, if there is one. We're gonna need all the DPS we possibly can here if you're Pompeyo. We do have that Inferno Dragon doing some work. Beautiful zap there to reset that Inferno Dragon. That's going to allow Surgical TS to take that left tower. Only 30 seconds away from having a new pro on the scene, guys. A new pro to beat. Could he do it? This is the last big push of Pompeyo. Can he get it done here? It's a fireball coming in. That hurt a lot, that fireball from Surgical TS. Pompeyo is getting desperate here. Here comes a Miner in guards, and that is going to do it, guys. We don't even know what the last card is. It doesn't even matter. We have a new pro to beat. Congratulations to Surgical TS. Did you guys see that coming? I told you he was good. Really well done to both our pros here. Unbelievable. GG, guys. Wow. Wow. Great match. We have to thank Pompeyo for all he has done for us here, making himself available. It was a great run indeed. Guys, thank you for being along for the ride. You know what? You guys got to suggest the next pro for the series. Now we can use anybody again, so if you guys want to see like Surgical versus Surgical, now would be a good time to do it. But we're going to say 8 in a row. It's going to be very, very hard to beat for Surgical TS. So guys, that is going to do it. He says an end of an era. It's true. It's true. Let's go ahead and say good luck to the new pro to beat is Surgical TS. I can't believe it. I never thought I would see the day, guys. Unbelievable. But you know what? Thanks so much for watching, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this series as much as I enjoy bringing it to you guys. So huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out both of the pros, stats and statsroyale.com, a partner here on the YouTube channel. Really happy to have them on board. So guys, thanks so much to the pros, Pompeyo, Surgical TS. Thanks most of all to you guys. As always, take care, guys.